With all those disruptive technologies and all those terminologies, you can hear very different word now. It's very common, it's very highlighted, and it might be trendy as well. What we call the customer-centric operating model. What we mean by this, and how this can impact on the governmental disruption. It's very important to rethink the processes and the user experience with the context of digital government. Because, yes, we need to bring more technology, but this is not the main aim. It's only a tool. We need to make sure that the services are closer to our citizen. It's important to rethink the processes and the user experience with the context of this kind of whole digital transformation. Because we need to bring government service closer and we need to put the customer in our center. The business model now puts the customer at the center, ensuring that their satisfaction is kind of our success. This will be the entire process journey. And that's why the customer-centric process model refers to the business process that enhances the customer satisfaction during the initial stage and throughout the whole life cycle. To understand more and to make sure that we can understand the customer, we need to make something that will be very centric. We need to put the customer in our center, to put ourselves in his shoes. At the center or the front or forefront, it's essential to rethink everything about the user experience and how our service will impact his life. That will bring lots of challenges for the government to do. And that's why we need to build a relationship based on the customer trust and the confidence. This will be an ultimate goal for any government now. The idea of digital government has been primarily focused on technology. Let's use technology more, which is good, but this is not what we need. It's an opportunity for us to rethink the processes and the user experience to bring these services closer, more successful, and more fulfilling as well. The government can also aspire to do the same and place citizen at the heart of their product development journey while delivering more straightforward and convenient services. This will be achieved by the available tools and technologies. It also requires a fundamental transformation of their mindset, processes, approach, everything to focus on the customer centricity, design thinking, and the user experience as primary consideration for decision making. This will help us a lot to do a very delightful service and product that you will have. Think about any product in your market, any app, from the app you have or even the mobile phone you're using. Everything now will be around how to satisfy you and how, like one product like Apple phones started to be a hallmark for the best companies in the world because they started to put the customer in their context, in their center, in their heart. And based on this, they start to know how to operate functional and they will be more successful. In fact, the customer doesn't care or need to understand how the government has different problems and what they are trying to solve. They want also to interact with the relevant party to solve their problem. They are looking for something that will be more fulfilling, more fruitful, and also more engaging for them. And that's why many leading governments worldwide are moving toward decentralized application. That will be like a super app. Everything will be there for the customer. And service centers that seek to be the primary interface between the government and the customer while dealing with multiple government service providers at the same point. This is a very successful model because now the time and the effort that any service will be given, it's very crucial to be calculated and also to be considered whenever you are designing your service for your next customer. You might ask yourself now how to start, how we can go through this kind of customer-centric approach, how this model will help us. So let's try to deconstruct it one by one to understand it more and to know how it will work for every specific part. The first one we can focus on the customer centricity, this is the best organizations will do whenever they put their customer first because they lead the other services. They put the service development processes from there and take it onward. This requires a workshop or a series of seminars so the organization can immerse itself in the customer's shoes and learn about their priorities and what expectations they have for any service and product. This will be also a very good starting point because this will give a genuine empathy with the customer. Whenever we do like design thinking or we think about it, you will figure out that whenever you put yourself in your customer shoes, whenever you deal with them from their perspective, you will be more successful with them. You feel the customer and consider their pains and work backward from the feeling of the compassion and also understand their expectation. That will help you to be in a digitally immersive and intuitive world. You're not only using technology, you are human as well. This will broadening this kind of using for technology and making all tools, digital disruption tools, will be more fruitful for everyone with us. In doing so, you need to answer some questions. How you can put your customer in the center. That will be very crucial part. That's why let me give you some clues about the question we need to have. First, I need to ask, who are my customers? Where they live, what their typical personas, how they are using our service. Are they have any time starving or they have limitations in time? Are they digital savvy? They can use technology easy or no? What else do they have competing for their time? It's different apps, if they work, whatsoever. What kind of expectation do you have for the customer service? Do we need to get 1 star or 10 stars? For each of those questions, you need to check. And from where we start with the customer persona. We have a categories that will emerge us more into the need to ask ourselves what kind of experience do they expect from our service and product. This will be so crucial. So now you can get a workshop with your company, with your colleagues, and start to build your first persona, because that might be very insightful for you to talk about it. Whenever you put persona, also you need to check how your customers prefer to talk to you. They prefer human, maybe machines, maybe apps. That would be a good question to start. Also, would they rather chat on WhatsApp? Or what will be in their mind that will be directed to the screen or the guided journey whenever you're going for the digital disruption? Because sometimes we assume things about customer, but it's not true. And that might lead us to a different journey path, different track than what they're expecting. At the end, the result will not be satisfying for them and for us for sure.